Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Ruger. Today I'm making a video on when I reject requests for people to stay at Camp Desert Dogs LA. So as you know, I have a vacant lot. We use it for camping. We rent it out on Hipcamp for others to camp. So you're probably wondering why I would reject any any camp request. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a little bit. But as you know, here with Camp Desert Dogs on Hipcamp, you can either have it as automatic to accept any booking that comes in. As long as they have their account verified and they pay, it automatically say yes. The other thing is that you can have people request to camp there, and I like having that option a little bit more. One, it sends me the alert. With that, I know, hey, is the campsite going to be open? Am I going to be there? Do I have a conflict? Back when I had it on Airbnb and other sites, I would make sure that even though you can make all that automatic to make sure your calendars are up to date, I wanted to double check that I didn't have any other conflict, or again, I wasn't going to be out there, or I knew I wasn't going to be working on the property itself. So that's currently the method I have it under. But when people do request it, they'll send me a text and email saying, hey, it's been requested. And a lot of times people will leave a note. They'll let you know what their intentions are. And that's one way that a lot of people ask questions. So I've been up for a while, over a year now on Hipcamp. And there's been a handful of rejections that I've done over the couple years or over the couple months, and they all vary. So let me go to a couple of them and I'll show you what I mean. So here's one of the first ones I rejected. This person, it looks like they wanted to have, in a sense, a small rave. So it says they're trying to have an event. There are multiple RVs, a bonfire, a stage, music, dancers. They're looking at 200 plus guests and up to 110 vehicles. So I have a pretty decent size property. It's almost 3 acres, but it will definitely not accommodate 110 vehicles. So that would be if I would have accepted this, everything would have been destroyed. People driving wherever, people driving over the plants, people kind of moving gate, maybe trash left. And what I'm going to make an extra, if they were to actually pay, a lot of times when I get these requests, people say, hey, I'll pay extra. But if you stay there a night, it's $40. How much extra are they looking to kind of give? There's no power out there. There's none of that. So this one, I always let people know, hey, this is not what the site's made for. Definitely won't be able to accommodate you there. Here's another one. This one kind of looks a little bit more kind of relaxed. It's saying maybe 20, 30 people max, generator, playing music during our stay. I did appreciate that they're being transparent. But again, I believe I have the limit of 8 people a night, and then maybe people can go up to 10. So 20, 30, maybe doubling, tripling it. That's not something I'm comfortable with. Again, we're looking at what trash would be left over. I don't want to be in bad terms with my neighbors around there, even though I don't have next door neighbors. They are around there, creating traffic for them, creating that trash, that loud music, or that generator playing all night. Not something I feel comfortable with. Here's another one. They're looking at maybe getting a group of friends. They're trying to see what my max capacity is. So I do have it listed where I'll accommodate 8 people. I think 6 will be max, and then once you get above that, maybe it's $5 per person. Normally because it's more vehicles on the property, and those tend to leave those tire scars on the road or on the property itself. And they're always happy to pay extra. So some people are saying, hey, I'll pay extra. Others are just saying, hey, I want to do this, in a sense, pay you $40 to have a mini Coachella out there. So I appreciated this one here actually asking and letting me know. But I rejected this one as well because the 20, 30, maybe even if they pay double, $40 for this mini concert out there that they're looking to have. To me, it's not worth it. I think I'm going to spend more time either fixing whatever they destroy or kind of rehabbing the property. Here's another one. This one, it was just a guy and his girlfriend. They wanted to go out there for her birthday, but he was asking if it'd be somewhere where he can go ahead and teach her how to shoot. So, I know there's BLM land around there, and a lot of people like to go there to shoot their guns. And it's an area, pack in, pack out what you have. But people like shooting, but I don't have any backdrops to stop the rounds. I don't, it's almost 3 acres. There's no backdrops. Cautious for my neighbors, so I don't want to allow that. I don't want to have to pick up the brass myself. Targets, you start smashing or shooting glass bottles, and now it becomes a hazard that people are going to step on. Those things are hard to clean, so definitely no. Risky behavior, whether it be if someone gets injured out there. All these things I'm looking at. They ended up, I explained I didn't allow shooting out there. They ended up not moving forward with their reservation. And here's the last one I have. Again, I picked these out of a handful I've rejected in the past. And as you've seen, they're kind of for different reasons. This one was a last-minute request. They were trying to camp nearby, but the forest was closed down. I forget if it was because there was a recent wildfire or just due to the COVID restrictions. They weren't accepting campsite reservations, so they needed a last-minute campground. So as you can see in the green here, that's me responding to him saying, hey, I want to make sure you have the right dates because if I'm not mistaken, this was requested at 11 at night, 11 p.m. I happened to be awake. It was the weekend, and I saw, hey, did he choose the right dates? And so I messaged him, and he said, yeah, it was pretty late. So I know in the past I've had others let me know, hey, it's hard to find in the dark. Me going out there, I know where it is, but sometimes I do struggle to find it in the dark. There's no road signs out there, so you kind of have to be trusting your GPS, trusting your eyes, your vision to find the campsite. I always recommend people find it during the day. So if this person's going to try to find it at 11 at night, definitely going to make this experience a bad experience. There's no light. There's no connection for him. He's going to be working, setting up his camp by midnight, 1 in the morning. I said, hey, you know what? It'd probably be best if you find somewhere else. So after I messaged him a couple times, we went back and forth. He agreed, saying, hey, you know what? Thank you for, in a sense, talking me out of this last-minute booking, and they decided not to camp there. So as you can see, or months or however long I've been operating this campsite now, and there's been a couple times we've had to reject people. So again, we're looking at people that want to have mini Coachellas, people that want to have large gatherings with RVs, music, people that want to go shooting, and then lastly, some last-minute reservations. And I had to say no to all those. Sometimes it's better to not make an extra couple change here, because that's what it is, right? I'm making $40 a night, and they're going to give me $5, $10 more per person, and it does add up. But also the destruction, the trash, the damage to the campsite. So I just want to share that with you guys. Those were a couple times I've had to reject. Let me know if you agree with me rejecting people, or if you just accept everyone to make more money. Stay safe, everyone.